Hey guys, and welcome to episode 16 of the Everton Football Manager series. We finished the season in the last one, so this episode is purely breaking down the stats, seeing how we done, where we can improve, are we going to sign players, are we not, and just talk the future of the club. But before we get into it, please leave a like on the video, share the video, drop a comment on how you thought the season went and who you think I should sign in the upcoming season. Follow the socials, which you can see above that way, and let's get into the video. We're going to get right into it. This is where we left off. So as you can see here, we actually do pick up 36, nearly 37 million, finishing second place in the Premier League, which is very good. And now we can sort of just, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go on the schedule and break down exactly, let's look at the results. So realistically, the friendlies started off with a loss, a 4-1, 7-2 against the second team. Lost to Schalke. I remember that because I remember saying I was disappointed that we lost the toughest game so far. But then we go on to beat some quite easy teams there. The first two Premier League games were draws. Scunthorpe, absolute thumping there. Southampton, a close game against Liverpool. That game there, I think St Maximin got sent off. 9-0. Scroll up. 2-0, 2-1, 4-0, 1-0, 2-1. Obviously, they're in the Cup, 2-0 against Oxford. And you can see here already, we're starting to win games by this, as I keep saying, the one-goal deficit, which basically means when you win a game by one goal. And we seem to be quite good at that. We then pick up our first loss in a while against Aston Villa in a very, very dominating win by them, by the looks of things. We then bounce back instantly against Burnley, against Norwich, before we take, well, an absolute thumping by Manchester United. A team which later on I actually think we managed to beat. So quite an embarrassing loss there. We then bounced back right away. One thing which I'm going to say, very proud of this. Whenever we lost, we bounced back. Lost, bounce back. Lost, bounce back. Lost, bounce back. Lost, bounce back. And we then sort of get into the interesting. So we beat Liverpool there in the quarterfinals of the Cup. Obviously the Carabao Cup. Beat Chelsea 5-3. Beat Wolves 4-1. Lose to Man City, which obviously is a tough ask anyway. Bounce back again to Palace. We then play Leicester in the semi-finals. First leg, 4-0. Beat Villa in the third round of the Cup, 3-1. Beat Leicester in the second leg, which obviously guaranteed our spot into the finals. We then hammer Watford. Again, a team which we probably should be beaten quite comfortably. Another one-goal deficit against West Ham. A draw against Wolves, which forced the replay. We then bounced back with a one-goal deficit. It makes me laugh because all these games, man, were so close. We beat Wolves there. Tottenham with a draw. We beat Wolves in the replay by three goals to 1. Beat Leeds in the final. Now, this was an interesting one. Not too many episodes ago, actually. We won it, but they scored two sort of later goals, and it got worrying. It did get worrying, so fair play to them. We then played Man City in obviously the FA Cup 5th round and beat them 3-1. A very convincing performance there for sure. And then on from there, we didn't actually lose until obviously the final, as we're going to talk about soon. But we beat Norwich, Brighton, quarter-final with Brentford we beat, 3-1 against United, as I said earlier. We managed to beat them later on in the season. 4-2 against Villa, 3-2. We love a one-goal deficit on this channel. 4-0 Leicester. Leicester were a team we did never struggled against at all in this save, which is good because on other saves they seem to just play really fast attacking football. That's difficult to deal with, it really is. 2-2 against Chelsea, 4-0 against Burnley. This is when I didn't think we were going to be able to beat Liverpool twice in such short of a period of time. So we beat them there, go on to beat South. We actually had 3-2-1s there, and then we lose here in the final, which was a bit of a heartbreak. But it's Liverpool. We can't be too hard on ourselves. And we finished the whole season to a 4-3 win, the one-goal deficit again against Newcastle. So overall, not too many shock results, I would say. I would say friendlies ignore. Maybe the start of the season we could have done a bit better against Leeds. Tottenham's always going to be a tough game, especially when you're learning your tactics. Liverpool's not a shocker. Aston Villa maybe, especially after going on that run. We probably should have at least got a point there. Not a shocker to lose against United. That is a bit of a shocker. Obviously, Allen got sent off, as he did so many times this season. Man City, not a shocker. and Liverpool not a shocker. So overall, quite a good season. So what I'm going to do next is we're going to look at the data hub, go into some stats, and let's just see how the team performed. So there's only a few I want to go over here in the data hub. These are the main ones I always look at. So we'll start off with the attacking stats. So this season, we're talking about nearly scoring an expected 2 goals to 3 goals a game, which is nutty. Very good indeed. The shot on target ratio is lower than what I expected, but then I do tell them to sort of just shoot from where they want to in terms of that, because we do score so many long shots. So that is going to be always quite low, because that's how I set it up. The cross completion is quite disappointing, I'm going to be honest. But then we've not really got wingers, so it's the fullbacks crossing it. I've not really got attacking fullbacks in the sense of quality. Moving on to the pass completion, nearly 90%. So very happy with that. The fouls against, we also attract quite a few fouls. And to be honest, I mean, we score, as you can see there, score a high number of goals per 90 minutes compared to the league average. So, I mean, scoring goals is never really an issue for us. It never was, as you can see. So I'm very happy with the stats there. On to the defending. Again, I mean, we're performing above average. I would disagree with that. I don't agree with that statement. For me, conceded per game is one goal a game, which ideally in a dream world you'd love for that to be like 0.8, 0.9, but that's definitely hard to do. But for me, we concede more than one a game. Like, it's not great. Tackles one ratio, I'd like that to get mid-80s, 85 would be ideal. Quite a few clearances per game as well. A lot of fouls being made, but across all my saves, you'll see that I like to get in their face. I like to make them feel uncomfortable. That's who I am. That's just how I play. But that's something I want to improve on, is the defence, and sort of lower that down. Even if we get it to sort of like 1.07 or just something a little closer to 1 would be better, because I'm not overly happy with that, to be honest with you. Possession. So here we'll see what it says. So we win the ball back more than the average team. So what's that? Possession, 1 per game. We're sort of in the middle here. There's a lot of teams that are doing it better. Obviously, oh no, sorry, that's my bad actually. I'm pretty reliable in possession. So Liverpool obviously outdone us there, but overall, I do feel, you can see in the highlights, with a lot of our goals, we'll lose the ball, but win it back and go on to score. So for me, I do feel that we are very good at that. And that's something which I think probably comes from the midfielders mostly, because I've got them on stuck in. They're not afraid to get stuck in. Granted, sometimes that does cost me, but overall, I have more success than downfall with it. So I'm quite happy with that. Right, last thing I want to really look into is the passes attempted. So 548 passes attempted per game compared to an average team with 621. So not as many passes, because realistically, we do play quite a long ball type of style in some sense. The ball goes over the top quite a lot. A lot of passes are sort of regioning from this area, which makes sense, because you've got sort of these two areas are where you want the ball to be played about. You've got like a midfielder here, midfielder here, midfielder here. So it'd be quite worrying if the most passes were like here. So I mean, pretty common sense. Overall, I'm happy with that. It just shows that the passes are being done in the correct manner, the correct places. We're not holding the ball about and wasting time passing about too much here. So overall, I'm happy with that. The next thing to look into, which I'm really interested in, because I genuinely have forgot, let's have a look at some of the key players' stats. So we're going to look at some of the star names. We're instantly going to go and look at Richarlison. So Premier League, 31 games, 26 goals, 9 assists. I mean, decent, right? I'm very happy with that. FA Cup, 5 games, 4 goals, 0 assists. Carabao, 3 games, 5 goals, 2 assists. Now, I mean, in terms of a striker, and he was injured as well, so he could have got more. I'm very happy with that. I am more than happy with that. Honestly, I mean, him and Calvert-Lewin are one of the reasons why I perform so well. They really are. Let's have a little look then at Calvert-Lewin. So, obviously, I think he got a bit... I don't know if he got more, actually. Yeah, he did get a bit more. So, Premier League, 38 games, 24 goals, 10 assists in there as well. FA Cup, he got 7 appearances, 3 goals, 4 assists. Carabao Cup, he averaged a goal a game with an assist. And this is like, we won't do the international. We'll just do club. But I mean, overall then, both of our centre forward players actually have got very good stats. Sort of linking together. And because there is two up there, they're probably not going to have like, not one of them's going to get like 58 goals a season because they spread the load of goals at the end of the day. Simple as that. Moving on then to Dele Alli. Let's have a look. Premier League. 36 appearances, 13 goals, 12 assists. I actually thought he had a few more assists than that, but to be honest, he looks class. Whenever the highlights are there, he's always on it. And his stats are so well balanced. He's growing in pretty much everything. He's growing in so much stuff. So for me, the stats don't tell the story there. He is playing very well, and I've got no issue with him. So he's definitely not getting replaced. The man which could be leaving, the heartbreak, 35 games, 11 goals, 15 assists. Obviously, playing in a Metzala role. He's not even playing in like the attack and playmaker role or anything like that. Consistent across the board, really. The passing there, absolutely incredible. Tackles as well, very good. And a player which I really do hope I can keep, but I just don't know if I can. It's going to be difficult, that is for sure. Who else can we have a little look at? Let's look at Tosu. Jesus. So, Premier League, as we can see here, I mean, the thing with this guy is that if you look at the stats down there, it might misdo him a little bit, even in some cases, because he actually doesn't play 90 minutes hardly at all. He comes on as a sub, and he still finds a way to get a goal or an assist. So overall, I'm happy to keep this guy, and he's only on, what's he on? He's on 61k a week. Not really a lot to keep him at the club. And just from what he's done for me this season, I'm not selling him, man. I can't get a lot from him anyway, but he's been a quality player. Another one I need to look at. How many cards did Alan get? Can we see cards? Here we go. Premier League. In 26 games, he got, Jesus Christ, he got 7 yellows and 3 red cards. 2 in that one. He's a great midfielder, but his aggression definitely pays a cost for that, because he is so in the face. And because of my tactics and how I play, which yes is my decision, he's worse for it. But I'm going to stick with him, and hopefully he's a little bit more disciplined next season. But going forward, we're going to have a little talk now, just to seal it out, because first off, I want to thank everyone for the support on this series, because you've been killing it with the likes, honestly, everything, comments, everything. It means the world to me. It really does. And this series has been a success at the end of the day, in terms of the actual save. Second place in the Premier League, Carabao Cup. We're going to carry on for another season and try and improve on where we do. Now, in terms of improvements, if this guy goes, Mr. Donny, we're going to have to try and replace him with someone. I don't know who at all. So we're going to try. I'll take a lot of time scouting players, and I'll have a big list, and you guys can help me pick out who you think's suitable. And we also, if he goes, a lot of our budget will go to replace him. But if we get him on a loan again, or we get someone that's possibly cheap or on the free, then we can spend money on bringing in as close as we can to a world-class centre-back, someone that is experienced, tons of desire, passion, born winner. And we also want to bring in a starting fullback in place of Coleman, because he is 33, he's not the best, and I just think we can get someone. I don't know if we can see him. If I go transfers, where did I put him? Scouting shortlist. Here we go. This guy. This guy got scouted, right? I am tempted to sign him, because he looks very good at right back. His stats look quite good as well, and he's only going to cost me like 4 to 6, possibly 8 million tops. So I'm very tempted to get him. He looks quite good. His tackling's reasonable. Everything else is quite well balanced. He's on loan at the moment, so we can't make an offer just yet. But I don't think we can. No, not yet. But we will quickly talk to him, actually. Perfect. So we've got off on good terms with the agent, so that's good. So that could be a player we're looking to bring in. But that is pretty much going to be it, guys, for the sort of analyst side of the season and how it planned out. Tell you what we will do quickly. We'll quickly look at the club vision, actually. So we've pretty much smashed everything. And we can actually see 60 million. We've got 60 million then to spend, so let's get some players in, guys. But we're very happy with us. I mean, it'd be hard for them not to be. We have been playing great football. But that is going to be it then, guys. A fantastic season. Conte's been sacked. If you have enjoyed the season overall, guys, please leave a like, drop a comment. Please do subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it enough, please do leave a like on the video, and please do subscribe, turn on notifications for plenty more uploads. Underneath my camera, I've personally selected a video which I really think you'll like, and also up next on the other side is a video that YouTube think you might like from my channel. So please do check them out, guys. Also, if you do want to keep in touch with me, be sure to follow my socials. I've got my Instagram and my Twitter above. I love to interact with you guys. But last but not least, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.